Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do technical analysis and price predictions on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin. Now, what we currently got going on with Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is trading along this Fibonacci level. There is a lot of consolidation that we are seeing. Now, so far, I'm saying that we completed a wave 2 that's part of these much larger impulses, where the first wave starts back at Bitcoin's 52-week low that it was at back in the second week of June. And then that was when the price of Bitcoin was just under $18,000, quickly went up within this wave 1. There were 5 smaller waves that took it up to the top of this wave 1, where it had maxed out at a price of around $25,000, a little bit more than that. And then we saw the retracement within the price within another 5 waves that had then taken it down to this wave 2. So that's why I'm saying that I think we completed this wave 2, because we did see a 5-wave move to the downside and completed that wave 2 on the date that the CPI data came out. We saw a lot of volatility over in the market, and then we saw a quick rebound within the price of Bitcoin, going back and then retaking that Fibonacci level that it had fallen underneath. So things here now, it looks like that Bitcoin is just really tightening up a lot within this Fibonacci level at a price of around $19,200, which is still around where our 20-day moving average is. So more on that in a minute. Now, as there are a handful of channels that are being a bit bearish on Bitcoin and talking about the price of Bitcoin falling down to $14,000, $13,000, and even $12,000 as a possibility, I personally think that we shouldn't be thinking about all that FUD, because the only way that the price of Bitcoin is going to be falling down lower is if there is enough Bitcoin that is leaving people's wallets, and that would drive the price down, of course. So if people are looking at Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation, or people in other countries are looking at their currency, just inflation just eating up their currency, then we're going to see more and more money being put into Bitcoin more than likely. And I think that that's why we've seen less volatility with Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. And so looking at how things have played out, Bitcoin's been within this falling wedge pattern. So I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, especially when I look at a falling wedge pattern. These are very bullish patterns, and I personally think that Bitcoin already did reach its bottom, but I don't want to rule out the possibility that the price could fall down even lower, because we have to be realistic. Markets go up, markets go down, but at the moment, just because we've seen so little volatility with the price of Bitcoin and the price has been trading sideways as much as it has, I think that we reached that bottom, and there's a lot of people waiting for that next opportunity to give them some sort of reassurance about what to do next with Bitcoin. So seeing this falling wedge, seeing how Bitcoin did go down within 5 waves, and that wave 5 had completed at Bitcoin's 52-week low back in the middle of June, where the price of Bitcoin had fallen below that $18,000 price, and how it managed to go up a little bit above $25,000 to complete the wave 1. That it was pretty impressive in my opinion, seeing Bitcoin move that quickly over a period of 2 months. And then this retracement that we saw, Bitcoin's price started to retrace very slowly, and a lot of sideways trading, really leading it outside of that trend and just really fighting off the price of Bitcoin falling down even lower. This is where things for me are becoming very bullish. Now, there is still a bit of resistance with Bitcoin that is keeping it pulling down towards this trend line. And one of the things that is causing a bit of problems is, let's switch this on over to the daily chart real quick. And that is the moving averages. So at the moment, what we got going on is we have our 20-day moving average right now that is having Bitcoin trade alongside of it. So we have our trend line here, and we have Bitcoin that is now moving along with the 20-day moving average. So there's that resistance that it has. It's not managing to pump above it right now. But when it does, I would say that it would have a pretty good chance of, one, breaking through that Fibonacci level that it's currently trading along sideways at, and two, working its way right up to this 50-day moving average. Now, the 50-day moving average is at a price of around $19,900 or so. So really, realistically, Bitcoin could pump through that 20-day moving average and get right to its 50-day moving average, which is an area that would be a lot more bullish for Bitcoin to do so. And then right where we have our 100-day moving average right now, that is lined up with where our 50% Fibonacci level is, that we can be breaking through, and that's at a price around $21,400 if we were to break through that and our 100-day moving average at the same time. So it's just some pumps with Bitcoin could be very beneficial to actually start to break through a lot of things here. And more than likely, that would really start sending the price up a lot more because everything has consolidated so much. Our 50-day moving average, our 100-day moving average, all of these aren't very large price movements for Bitcoin. If we were to compare it to last year, where we were seeing Bitcoin's price range much differently, the price would be all over the place. We would see it move sometimes thousands of dollars within a day, but now we don't see that anymore. Now we see it just really consolidate and just move with a lot lower volatility. Now, due to all this consolidation that we're seeing at the moment outside of this trend line, I'm not ruling out that we're still not within an ABC corrective wave here. As we look at it here on the daily chart, we can see that we've had our A wave, our B wave, but nothing rules out this C wave being anything otherwise. That is until we possibly have another day here with a candlestick that could be lower. Then we can start to restructure what this could possibly be. But there's, of course, that possibility that we're going to start seeing these candlesticks trend to the upside, and that could just be more confirmation that we are within a C wave still, and this is still our breakout wave from this trend. But the market is just very, very up in the air. We see stocks being a bit back and forth at the moment. We've had multiple days in the green with the stock market, but we're not having multiple days in the green with the crypto market. Just very few cryptocurrencies are actually in the green and actually moving to the upside. So right now, it's just all about really trying to get Bitcoin to go to $20,000 because, well, that would then be that big breakout that we're looking for to put it back up there at that 50-day moving average and then start crushing through those Fibonacci levels and hopefully taking it above our wave one. And at that point, as you guys know, I'm so bullish on Bitcoin. I think that this wave 3 that we're in here could be a very nice breakout wave as it distances itself from this falling wedge pattern. I think that it could possibly be going to at least $30,000 or more, as I have this wave 3 also up around the price of $48,000, which would be around where this wave 2 was on the downside back in the end of March, just before we started seeing the price start to really tip over more as it kicked off the second quarter of this year. So I think that the wave 3 could be big retracement of all that. And then from there, I think that we'll just start to retrace all these losses with Bitcoin that we had. That wave 5 would be that big one that possibly would take it all the way back to its all-time high. But all this is stuff that's going to be taking a while to actually achieve. So I mean, I had these two different examples here. I have it going to at least $30,000 within the wave 3, or of course that $48,000 price. So anyways, though, I'll just leave it right there. I like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions about Bitcoin. Where do you guys think it's going to go? Do you guys think that we're in that process here of that third wave? Or do you think that there is more to the downside? Are you bearish or bullish? Or you bearish temporarily, but bullish in the long run? I'd like to hear all your guys' thoughts anyway. So keep in mind, this is just my own opinion. I'd like to hear yours in the comments section. And if you guys are interested, I do have a Patreon that's set up where I have a Discord that is I'm building now. There's different prices to actually get into it. So anybody that is first, it's very cheap. And then the price will, as more people start to fill in, the price will go up from there. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, listening.